On day one, we connected with the essence of ourself, and we've used the essence of self to heal and expand our connection with the physical body. Day two, we have cleared the mind, gotten rid of the clutter. And when we get rid of the clutter, the chaos of our mind, we have greater access to our intuition, which led to day three, enhancing our intuition, connecting the heart and the third eye to bring that inner wisdom to the surface. And yesterday on day four, we've delved deep into the heart chakra, expanded the heart chakra and connected with love. To be love, give love, and receive love was all yesterday, and it was a beautiful connection and energy flow yesterday. And today we're going to combine all of those elements to connect to our higher self, to give greater access to the aspect of your higher self. To do that, the lower self needs to be addressed. There are many aspects that make up you. Many aspects that make up you. Many elements of the lower self that need to be released for access to the higher self to be obtained. And when I say lower self, I'm talking about the ego, I'm talking about the human programs, the negativity that lives within the cells of your body. These aspects of the lower self connect into anger, fear, elements of control, wanting for power, wanting for recognition, all elements of the ego. When we live in the ego, our access to our love, our heart space, gets stretched thin. We lose connection with our true self of continually living in love and joy and peace and harmony. So when we choose to recognize the elements of the lower self, the aspects of the lower self, we can begin to observe them. Through observation, we change them, we release them through acceptance and recognition that they no longer serve. And when you do all that, space is created for the higher self to begin to enter. Now there are many levels of the ego, there are many levels of the lower self. And some of you may be listening today saying, I've worked on that. I don't need to do this again. Well, that is your ego talking, tricking you into a false sense of security that you have done everything you need to do. There is always more to learn. There is always another level for you to take yourself. And we are widening that path for you today. So today's activation is going to give you a connection, a deeper connection, a pathway to your higher self, which will allow the elements of the lower self to start coming to the surface, to be released. So sitting back in your chairs, and we will begin. Daya Gently closing your eyes, focusing on your breath as you sit back in your chair. Feeling the chest raising and lowering. As the body relaxes, as you connect deeper and deeper with yourself in the breath. The room around you begins to fade away. You are standing on the side of a beautiful mountain. This mountain is covered in fog. Around you is a thick mist, and all you can see is your feet firmly on the ground. You look up to where the peak of the mountain sits, and the mist around you begins to clear. In front of you is a thin, winding path, and it leads to your temple. And as the mist continues to clear, you see your temple just above you. And you begin to walk along the path. When you get to your temple, you enter. There is nobody else around. It is yours. And it looks however you wish your temple to look. It is the temple of your higher self. Access to your higher consciousness lives within. And as you make your way across the floor of your temple, you feel peace and serenity washing over you, like a homecoming. You have been here before. You sit down upon the floor. And you breathe in the energy of your temple. Before you begins to appear a being of light is taking shape. Observe its color. Observe the feeling washing over you as this being of light comes into form. This being of light is your higher self. It is you from a higher dimension. Your higher self reaches out its hand and you take it with yours. And as you do, the feeling of deep connection to self floods your body. Deep relaxation and inner peace fills your entire being. Daboisha na baireki taraborikira karabarikira karaka. Your higher self has a message for you. Open your heart and receive it. Daisha dabaini, daburakai, dadabai shenete shadaboyo. For your higher self to come into your physical form, the lower self must have been released. There are many elements to the lower self, and this takes time in releasing. And sometimes it will take a whole lifetime, and you may not fully embody your true self. But if you choose to do the work, observe the elements of the lower self, accept them, bring them into form, acknowledge and accept that they no longer serve you, release them. You then create space. Space for elements and aspects of the higher self to start coming into form. Saramatu is an aspect of Larissa's higher self. There are still 1 or 2 layers of Saramatu to come into this physical form, but will not do so until Larissa releases the elements of her human self that no longer serve her. This is the same for you. Yourself that you are holding your hand with right now is about to withdraw. Thank them for their presence. Thank yourself for your presence. Your connection with them has been enhanced. It has been expanded. The pathway has been created, and now all you need to do is walk it, one step at a time. And as your higher self begins to fade away, and you are sitting on the floor of your temple, a place of peace and serenity that you can go to anytime you choose, for it is your sacred space. And now it's time for you to bring yourself back to your physical form, bringing your messages with you, bringing that connection with your higher self with you. It lives within. Coming back to sitting in your chair, being conscious of your breath, wiggling your fingers and your toes. And when you are ready, only when you are ready, you open your eyes. The connection to your higher self is a very sacred experience. And even if you did not see or feel them, they were with you. Trust in the universe. Trust in you. You have all received exactly what you are ready to receive. Please take care of yourself today. Ground water. Drink lots of water. Listen to your body. Rest when you need to rest. And share these activations. Assist in raising the collective consciousness. It has been beautiful connecting with you this week. Please be kind to yourself. Sit in your space of love that you have created. Sit in your temple of your higher self. It has been an honor. I will see you next time. Goodbye for now.